It requires a lot of effort to be a father, and some people don't realize that. And that's why you see, particularly in a lot of our inner city situations, people go in and they squire all these kids and take off and do something else without realizing that it's a responsibility. Half of that child is yours.
I'll tell you one thing will happen though, when you have kids, your bond with your kids, it's like, I mean, I would assume that everyone's bond with their children is very tight, because it's an unbelievable love connection that you have with children. It's
like true unconditional love.
It's not just true unconditional, it's like they're a drug. Like they give you love to the point where, like, my daughter, my youngest, we were playing the other day in the pool, and there was a point in time we were just laughing about something together, just laughing, and I'm looking at her face and she's laughing, and I felt like I was on drugs. I was like, yeah. The love that I have for these people is so intense. And it's also, I didn't get that when I was a kid. I didn't
know exactly what you're saying, man.
My parents, my mom worked. My stepdad was a really good guy, but no one was ever around. There was no, and when they were done working, everybody was tired. Eric, if you have kids with this young lady or another young lady, your connection with that kid it'll blow your fucking mind. It'll change who you are.
It requires a lot of effort to be a father, and some people don't realize that. And that's why you see, particularly in a lot of our inner city situations, people go in and they squire all these kids and take off and do something else without realizing that it's a responsibility. Half of that child is yours. My children were growing up, I was an extraordinarily busy pediatric neurosurgeon. When I took over as director of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins, pediatric neurosurgery wasn't even on the map. I had to create all of these programs. It required an enormous amount of time and energy to do that. And I knew that my kids would grow up and would never know who I was. They would say, "Mommy, that strange guy was here again." So I said, I gotta do something about that. So I started having my secretaries write my family into my schedule, a year ahead of time. We would have our vacations planned, and weekends and various things, so that at least, we could do stuff. We could go on vacations, we could, play ball, we could play croquet, we could do whatever we wanted to do.
Well, was it a major adjustment, though, when the wife comes along?
Of course.
And then here come the kids.
Yep, of course.
Which was harder there?
The kids.
Either one?
The kids, yeah, without question. Because, when they were super young, they weren't people yet. You know what I'm saying, right? They don't have their personalities yet. You don't really know them. Now they all have their 5, 8, and 11, and they all have their individual personalities, and there's fun things to do with them. And we just spent 2.5 weeks, just us, and so it's just, it just changes everything.
Do they understand who their dad is?
Yes and no, right? They do, but I really try to downplay it. It's just, they'll be around when people are asking for pictures and autographs or this or that, and and I'm always like, no, I'm Melissa's dad. They're stopping me because I'm Jake's dad. And but they come to the Mavs games and they see Shark Tank and everything, but we really try to work hard to make it so that we're as normal as they can be.